Yeah, we could go out and buy just luxury watches, get a Glasuta Original CQ Panorama Date, or a Blancpain 50 Fathoms, maybe a Lange and Son, or a Grand Seiko or other high-end watches. And that would be the direction of our watch collection. However, would that satisfy us in the long run? Do all watch enthusiasts eventually migrate to acquiring only high-end or luxury watches? That's a question I've been contemplating over the past few months as I reviewed my recent activities in preparation for my year-end State of the Collection video. Are you worried about where your watch collection is headed or where it should go next? I'll tell you the realization I made and what I concluded about watch enthusiasts to help you steer your watch purchases in line with your objectives on this episode of Adventures with Time. Early in my watch collecting adventures, I think it might have been in response to my first State of the Collection video, a viewer commented that I would end up having only high-end watches. They said that luxury watches were the only ones worth buying and that I would eventually come to understand that reality. Do you agree with that? I don't. As I noted in my latest State of the Collection video, there are many watch enthusiasts who proclaim, like the viewer did, that there is a defined set of stages for watch collectors. Many seem to have a final stage where the collector has settled into a specific mindset and a narrow set of watches. While that may be true for some collectors, it varies too much to define a common path. I think it depends upon your collecting goal. No, it's more basic than that. It's what motivates you as a watch enthusiast. Some people like the excitement or prestige of owning a handmade watch that represents haute horology. Others may like a theme collection, such as all of the watches worn by James Bond, or the Dirty Dozen watches of World War II. Some are into avant-garde pieces, while some want to be seen wearing well-known and expensive watches. These different motivations will drive collections in different directions. However, the question remains as to whether eventually each of these collectors will settle into only owning luxury watches. I've been at it for over 5 years, and most of my watch purchases have been under $500, with just two being over $1,500. However, I must tell you that I have not purchased a watch in all of 2022, and recently I've been eyeing some higher price watches. Does that mean I will only buy higher end watches going forward, or sell all of the affordable watches in my collection? I don't think so. I hope not. I love to experience watches in all price tiers. For me, it's not the price of the watch, nor does quality always factor in. Although I am fascinated by the engineering of mechanical watches. I just enjoy experiencing watches of different designs, styles, purposes, and themes. That can lead one to building a large collection of watches or to be constantly flipping watches. As I discussed in a recent video, I satisfy my appetite through watches lent to me for review on this channel. I'll leave a link to that video up here for you to watch, but only after you finish this entire video. That's one of the reasons why I make videos for YouTube. I don't even break even making these videos. That's why I would appreciate it if you help me out by using that super thanks button. So if I get sufficient exposure to affordable watches without buying any, am I destined to only buy higher end watches going forward? Makes me think where I'm headed with my collection. But I may be an anomaly as a watch enthusiast for that reason. I do think some watch enthusiasts will gravitate towards higher end watches, what some would call luxury watches. Some may even start out there and never consider affordable or mid-price watches. Many watch enthusiasts, when beginning their adventures, gobble up lots of affordable watches in an attempt to try different watch types and styles. That's what I did. However, do we eventually and finally end up buying only luxury watches? I belong to several online watch groups, seeing hundreds of posts every day from watch enthusiasts. While I can't speak to their individual watch journeys, there does appear to be many watch collectors who admire and buy affordable watches. Even those enthusiasts who I would call experienced collectors seem to still be interested in affordable and mid-price watches, just as I am. But this is just all anecdotal, based on my experiences and optics. I did recently post a survey in my community tab asking in which price range collectors are buying watches. You can add your input to this by going to my channel community tab. Additionally, let me ask you directly, are you migrating your watches or watch interests to a narrow set within the world of horology? If so, is that towards higher end watches, affordable watches, or any other sector? Submit your story in the comments below. Also let us know for how long you've been collecting. To further explore this topic, you should also watch this video about affordable versus luxury watches. And if you need tips and strategies for your watch collecting activities, I think you'll find helpful information in these videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.